I've made billions of dollars of failures at Amazon.com. Literally, billions of dollars of failures.
Failure isn't the end of the road. It's a stepping stone to success. And nobody understands this better than Jeff Bezos, the billionaire who turned his most spectacular failures into billion-dollar lessons. Today, we're diving deep into the setbacks that could have crushed an ordinary entrepreneur, but instead became the rocket fuel for one of the most innovative minds of our generation. From massive product flops to investments that seemed crazy at the time, we'll uncover the hidden wisdom behind Bezos' billion-dollar failures that can transform how you think about success, innovation, and resilience. What we can learn from Bezos' billion-dollar failures. Jeff Bezos, the founder and CEO of Amazon, is often seen as a symbol of success. But behind his $205 billion fortune and Amazon's dominance in e-commerce, there's a history of significant failures that taught Bezos invaluable lessons. These failures helped shape his success, and we can learn a lot from how he handled them. Let's take a closer look at Bezos' most notable failures and what they can teach us about resilience, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button and hit the subscribe for more exciting content. Number 1. Embrace failure. Action over perfection. Jeff Bezos' journey has been full of setbacks, but his philosophy has always been to act quickly and learn from mistakes. One of the greatest lessons we can take from Bezos' failures is the importance of taking action, even when the path forward isn't clear. When Amazon was first started, it wasn't a guaranteed success. Bezos faced plenty of uncertainty, including skepticism from investors, but he took the leap and built the company from the ground up. Along the way, Amazon launched several failed ventures, like Amazon Auctions, which couldn't compete with eBay. Rather than being deterred by failure, Bezos accepted it as part of the process. His focus was always on learning from mistakes and trying again, leading to innovations that have made Amazon one of the world's most powerful companies. Number 2. Regret minimization. Avoid long-term regrets. Before leaving his hedge fund job to start Amazon, Bezos created a decision-making framework he called the regret minimization framework. The idea was simple: project yourself to age 80 and look back at the life choices you're making now. What would you regret more? Taking a chance and failing, or never trying at all? Bezos realized he would regret not trying more than anything else. This mindset pushed him to take risks, even when the odds were against him. While many of his early ventures failed, the lesson here is clear. The fear of regret can be a powerful motivator to embrace failure as part of a bigger journey. Number 3. The importance of persistence. Failing forward. One of Amazon's biggest failures was its struggle to become profitable during its early years. Bezos didn't expect instant success. In fact, it took Amazon over 6 years to turn a profit, despite huge revenue growth. Bezos' decision to reinvest all profits back into the business, rather than focusing on short-term gains, was a gamble that frustrated investors but ultimately paid off. This slow growth period could have easily been viewed as a failure. However, Bezos' commitment to long-term vision over quick returns turned out to be a smart move. The lesson here is that persistence and the ability to view setbacks as part of a longer journey can lead to ultimate success. Number 4. Amazon Auctions. A $50 million loss. In the late 90s, Bezos launched Amazon Auctions to compete with eBay. The platform was meant to be an online marketplace for auctions, but it failed to gain traction. Within just 2 years, Bezos shut it down after a $50 million loss. Instead of seeing this as a defeat, Bezos learned from the failure. He recognized that the model wasn't the right fit for Amazon, and this loss helped him focus on other areas like retail and Prime memberships. This willingness to fail fast and pivot quickly is a critical takeaway for entrepreneurs. Number 5. The Kindle. Overcoming initial failures. The Kindle was another significant risk for Bezos and Amazon. When the e-reader was first introduced in 2007, it faced skepticism. Many questioned whether consumers would want to read books on a screen. Early versions had technical issues, and the Kindle failed to immediately capture the market. However, Bezos didn't give up. Instead, he doubled down on improving the product, launching multiple versions and expanding its ecosystem. The Kindle eventually became one of Amazon's most successful products, revolutionizing the book industry. The lesson here is to stay committed to your vision. Even when the initial launch doesn't go as planned, Failures are often stepping stones to a better version of your product or service. Number 6. Amazon Fire Phone. A $170 million mistake. In 2014, Amazon launched the Fire Phone, a smartphone that was supposed to rival Apple and Samsung. It was a massive flop, and Amazon had to write off over $170 million worth of unsold devices. The Fire Phone failed to meet consumer expectations and was eventually discontinued. Though the failure was costly, Bezos saw it as a learning experience. The Fire Phone taught Amazon valuable lessons about market research, user experience, and product development. Instead of being ashamed of the failure, Bezos used it to refocus Amazon's efforts in areas where they could dominate. This failure shows us that the road to success is full of mistakes, but each one holds a valuable lesson that can shape future strategy. Number 7. Focusing too much on e-commerce. Risking missed opportunities. Early in Amazon's history, Bezos was so focused on e-commerce that he almost missed the opportunity to expand into cloud computing. Amazon Web Services, AWS, came about largely because Bezos was willing to pivot away from his original vision. At first, AWS was a side project, but it eventually became a huge revenue generator for Amazon. Had Bezos stuck rigidly to e-commerce, Amazon might not have become the tech giant it is today. This highlights the importance of being adaptable. Sometimes, failure comes from not recognizing new opportunities until it's almost too late. Number 8. Disrupting retail. Breaking the status quo. Amazon's disruptive approach to retail has had its share of failures. When the company started expanding into physical stores with concepts like Amazon Go and cashier-less shopping, many questioned whether this was a smart move. However, Bezos continued to push forward with these experimental ideas, learning from mistakes and refining the model. Today, Amazon Go has proven to be a success in certain markets, and it's a direct result of Bezos' willingness to fail and improve. Disruption requires bold moves, and not all of them will work. But it's the failures that provide the lessons necessary for future success. Number 9. The struggle with profits. Taking a long-term view. One of the biggest criticisms of Bezos and Amazon in the early days was their focus on growth over profitability. Amazon constantly reinvested revenue into the company rather than posting profits, which made investors anxious. Despite this, Bezos stuck to his long-term strategy. Amazon's lack of immediate profits could be seen as a failure, but it was a calculated risk that has paid off in the long term. This highlights the value of thinking long-term and having the courage to focus on growth rather than short-term rewards. Number 10. Reinvesting in failure. Building on mistakes. One of the key takeaways from Bezos' billion-dollar failures is how he consistently reinvested in those mistakes to build something bigger. Whether it was Amazon auctions or the Fire Phone, Bezos didn't let failures define him. Instead, he used them to refine and grow Amazon into a global leader in tech. This mindset, viewing failure as an opportunity to learn, grow, and build, has been central to Bezos' journey. Failing forward. Jeff Bezos' story is one of immense success, but it's also a story of failure. He embraced failure as part of the process, learning from mistakes and using them to propel Amazon forward. His billion-dollar failures taught him valuable lessons about resilience, customer focus, and the importance of taking calculated risks. For anyone looking to succeed in business, the key takeaway from Bezos' journey is this: failure is not something to fear, it's something to learn from. By doing so, you can ultimately turn your own setbacks into stepping stones towards success.